Hi everyone, welcome here. If you're new here, my name is Rebecca. If you're not new here, welcome back. Thank you for coming back and watching another video. 'Tis the season, the holidays have arrived. This Friday is Black Friday, one of the biggest shopping days of the year. And as a minimalist and somebody who tries to live sustainably, the holidays can be tough, right? I want to acknowledge the people that I love. I do like to give gifts, but I like to do it in a way that feels sustainable and sort of aligns with my minimalist value system. So in today's video, I wanted to share with you 10 gifts that I'm considering giving for the holidays. And I've sort of broken it up into two sections. The first section is all gifts that are more experiential sort of gifts, so maybe don't have like a tangible thing attached to them. And then the second half are actual tangible gifts that I feel like could align with a minimalist value system and a sustainable lifestyle. Before we dive into it, today's video is sponsored, so thank you to Nordgreen for sponsoring today's video. Nordgreen is a sustainable watch company out of Copenhagen, and we'll talk more about them later in the video. All right, with all that said, let's dive in. The first item in this year's minimalist gift guide is a membership. And I'm thinking here of memberships to things that people might not buy for themselves, something that feels like a real luxury, something like a museum or a national park pass, even something like a monthly spa pass. I think one of the greatest gifts you can give is something sort of indulgent that somebody wants but doesn't want to necessarily spend their own money on. So a membership is a really good way of gifting someone an experience of something that they might really want but just don't want to spend their own money on or maybe can't afford themselves. The second thing on the list is sort of a specific experience. I see a lot of people say like, gift people tickets to like a sporting event or a concert or some sort of experience. I think the problem with that, unless you're giving it to someone who's like very, very close to you, is you're making assumptions that that person can attend that event. There's a lot of reasons why gifting an experience can almost be more difficult for somebody to execute on, right? If they have kids, they need to get a sitter, they might have to take time off work, they might have to travel to get there. There's a lot of reasons why gifting an experience can be difficult. But one of the things that I do think might make a good gift is gifting an Airbnb gift card. The great thing about Airbnb is it's pretty much in every town and city, at least here in the United States it is. So even if you gift it to somebody, they could use it for something like a work staycation, you know, if they just want to go work from another location for a week just to get out of their house if they work from home, or if they want to take a staycation and just stay down the road. There's not the presumption that they need to travel in order to be able to use the Airbnb. And it doesn't necessarily have to be an Airbnb gift card, but if you are going to gift an experience, just trying to think through what the logistics of that experience would be for the person receiving the gift. Number 3 are virtual classes. There's a lot of online platforms out there that you can gift something like Masterclass or Skillshare. Again, you can do it in a way where you're just buying a gift card to that service, or maybe even suggesting a specific class like, hey, I know you're trying to learn Photoshop, or hey, I heard you want to learn pottery, whatever it is. It can be very general, or you can gift something very specific, but it doesn't necessarily have to be an online platform either. If in your town there's some sort of adult learning center that offers classes, something like that can also be a really good gift. So just thinking about maybe if there is a skill or something that you know the person you're gifting to has wanted to learn, giving the gift of learning or classes can be a really great present. Next on the list is to gift a subscription. So this is sort of related to the first one in that this makes a really good gift if you know somebody has wanted a subscription to something but maybe doesn't want to spend their own money on it. So it could be something like Netflix or a Kindle Unlimited subscription, or a subscription to Audible if they wanted to listen to audiobooks, or even something like Spotify or Pandora for unlimited streaming music. The one thing I would suggest in this case though, if you are going to give something that is online, also making it easy for that person to redeem the subscription. So if you're going to set them up with something like a Netflix account, making sure that they have good Wi-Fi in their house, that they can actually stream video before you give them something that might not be that useful to them. And making sure that they know how to set up a Netflix account. Some of this stuff seems basic, but I feel like you always want to try and give a gift that doesn't come with a lot of barriers to redeem. Okay, so let's shift gears and talk about some actual physical things that you can give that might be in line with a minimalist and or sustainable lifestyle. So while it's great to give things like subscriptions and experiences and travel and things like that, some people just want to give a physical gift, right? You want to hand something to someone and have it be sort of like a real tangible thing they can unwrap. Like that experience can be important during the holiday time. One of the things that I love to gift are any sort of local loves. So this I feel like kind of kills two birds with one stone. I hate that phrase. We gotta think of a new one. Something a little less violent. Doesn't involve killing animals. Pets two dogs with one hand? I don't know. You get what I'm saying. One, it allows you to shop local, support local businesses in your town or city. And two, it allows you to share with your gift giver some of the things about your physical location and where you live that you really love. Some examples might be something like a local plant and it's planted in a pot that's made by a local artist. It could be some artwork like a painting or a photograph that's reminiscent of the landscape where you live. This can be great for friends and relatives who don't live in the same area as you. It can help connect you to them and them to the place that you live. Next up are photos. Photos are sort of a standby, really great gift. In this time when we all have hundreds, if not thousands of photos on our phones, picking out one photo that feels really special, that really has meaning, and printing it out and sharing it with someone can be really special. It can be a photo of you and that person, or it could be even a photo of you and your family, or your dog, or your kid, or whatever. Again, it's just another way to sort of share your life with other people and to connect you with other people. And because we do have so many photos and such available access to cameras, it almost feels more special to me to pick out that one particular photo that you really love, print it out, maybe frame it or mount it and gift it to somebody instead of just, like texting them a digital copy of it. Next up on the list is accessories. So accessories I feel like are a really great way if you want to gift somebody something that feels really special, like you picked it just for them, like this gift was curated with them in mind by you. Something like a hat or a scarf or jewelry, all of those can make really good and really special gifts as long as you have somewhat of a sense of that individual's personal style. Accessories are great because you typically don't need to know a size. Something like a hat or a scarf, those sizes are pretty universal, but it can feel like a really personal gift because you picked this particular thing for that person. And there are a lot of sustainable options out there for accessories, which leads me very nicely to today's sponsor, Nordgreen. If you've been around here a while, you know I've been wearing my Nordgreen watch for years. They are one of my most favorite sustainable brands. If you haven't heard of Nordgreen, they are a Danish watch brand out of Copenhagen. And what I love about this company is they really do care about people and the environment, and they ensure everything from production all the way to delivery is super sustainable. Their packaging is made from upcycled plastic bottles and FSC certified cartons, and it's actually beautiful packaging. Murphy has a Nordgreen watch as well, and he likes to store his watch in the packaging when he's not wearing it. That's how beautiful it is. All of their shipping is carbon neutral, and they plant thousands of trees which offset the carbon emissions that are generated by their office in Copenhagen. And to reduce waste, they refurbish a lot of their products back to the standard to which they came so they can be sold again. What I like about the Nordgreen watch is the super simple and minimal design. I have the native style with the white dial and the 40mm size face. And you can change out the straps super easily. So I have both the brown and the black vegan leather strap, and it only takes a couple minutes to change out the strap. It's really that easy to do. Murphy has the Pioneer style with the black face and the black vegan leather strap. And the last piece, and the piece that makes me feel really good about partnering with and supporting Nordgreen and wearing their products, is that they have a give back program. So they donate to 3 global NGOs, one that provides clean water, one for free education to children in India, and one that protects the rainforest in Latin America. And with every purchase, you can choose your donation to one of those 3 global NGOs. For our purchases, we both chose to donate to Cool Earth, so that protects 50 square miles of rainforest in Latin America. So right now through November 30th, they're having a huge sale. So with my discount code that I'll put up on the screen here and in the description box down below, you can get 30% off. So if you're going to shop a Black Friday sale, let it be with a great sustainable company like Nordgreen. Or if you've been thinking that you want to purchase yourself a new watch, or if this is great for somebody on your list, I will leave a link down below to where you can shop, and thank you again to Nordgreen for sponsoring this video. Next up on my minimalist holiday guide is a homemade edible, which now when the words come out of my mouth that sounds like something illegal. What I meant by that is something that you bake or cook or create in your kitchen. The classic here is something like cookies, but you can really think outside the box. I've done sauerkraut before or pickled vegetables. So recently I've been making some homemade granola and just sticking that in an upcycled jar, maybe wrapping a little twine around it. It makes a really good and thoughtful gift. I love to receive edible gifts, and it's also one of my favorite things to give as well, because there's really a labor of love around it. You know that the person spent some time and energy and love making this gift for you. Next up is a sustainable coffee setup. So people can be real specific about their coffee. I know this because I'm married to someone who's real specific about his coffee. But if you know someone well enough to know how they like to brew their coffee and the type of coffee they like, it can be nice to gift them some options for more sustainable coffee making. I feel like sometimes when you gift people sustainable options for things they're already doing, it can feel a little bit invasive or almost accusatory. Like, I know you're doing this, but here's a sustainable option. But with coffee, I feel like it's a little bit different, maybe because there's just some really beautiful options for things. If somebody likes pour over coffee, you can do like a nice ceramic 1-cup pour over, maybe even gifting some reusable coffee filters. I actually like to gift people the coffee from Joshua Tree because the coffee brewed here is so delicious. Or if someone's not into coffee, you could do the same thing with tea. Finding maybe a locally grown, organic, loose leaf tea and gifting that with a tea ball. I think there's a lot of great gift potential around coffee and tea accessories that are both sustainable but also feel really personal and curated for the gift receiver. Last up on the list is wine. If you know that the person that you're gifting to is a wine drinker, picking out a bottle of wine specifically that you think that they would like, that comes from sort of a sustainable mindset, can be a really nice gift. And there's really two parts to this that I think can make it really special. On the one hand, choosing a bottle of wine really carefully and thoughtfully, thinking about the gift receiver and the flavors that they like or the type of wine that they like. There are millions of types of wine out there, so to actually go out with somebody in mind and choose something for them, I feel like is a really thoughtful gift. And on the other end of that, you can also choose something that is maybe made somewhat locally and potentially even from an organic or regenerative farm. Especially out here in California, I'm seeing a lot of wine from regenerative farms, which is amazing. And it can be a nice way to start to introduce that idea to your gift giver as well, if that's not something that they've heard of before. All right, that's it for this year's Minimal Sustainable Gift Guide. I hope you found this video helpful. I hope it helped infuse a little bit of intentionality and thoughtfulness as we go into the next few weeks of consumerism and shopping and gift giving. So as always, please shop with intention, and I will see you next Tuesday. Bye everyone. Ready, set, go. Do I have anything in my teeth? I'm gonna run out of battery. I don't know. Shoot. Did you want to be in the video? Are you being camera shy? Say happy holidays. What do you want for Christmas? You got it. Bye.